So the 3 pillars, let's basically tell everybody what the 3 pillars are. Pillar number 1, marketing to motivated sellers, guys. It's where everything starts. And if you are basically sitting around thinking, well, I need to get a website, I need to get a business card, I need to get an LLC, right? These things are, I would say, necessary, but they are not something that you need to do deals, right? If you want to operate a business, then you definitely want to have these things.
They're almost not even necessary.
But necessary is maybe the wrong word, right? They're things that I would recommend, put it that way. But you don't need a website, you don't need business cards, and you definitely don't need an LLC to wholesale houses, right? And people get caught up on this, and they want to get their logo, and they want to do all this stuff, right? That doesn't put a motivated seller on the phone with you or get you in their house, right? It doesn't get you on the appointment. So we've tried to basically simplify the process for the beginners, right? For people that are kind of getting into the space, or even people that, are just having trouble doing more deals, right? Focus on these 3 money-making activities. So number 1 was marketing to motivated sellers. And we have a couple different chapters in that particular pillar.
I would say that is probably the bulk of this book, guys.
It really is.
First pillar is marketing to sellers, because it's so important.
That's right.
It takes up a good portion of the book. And we'll go into a bunch of different ways that we market to sellers and what's working right now. So, Dave, you want to hit on those real quick?
Yeah, so there's just a couple strategies, guys. Is driving for dollars. We talk about that and how you can get started and how awesome it is and how easy it is to get deals. And I mean, literally, Mike and I's 3 biggest deals to date have come from driving for dollars. We talk about bandit signs. We talk about cold calling and cold texting. We talk about direct mail, and we talk about referral marketing. Here's the thing: there's like probably 100 different ways to go about marketing to motivated sellers. And if we were to give you all 100 ways, it's just going to create analysis paralysis. So we kept it simple. We just used 5 of the strategies that Mike and I used the most, basically the ones that give us the highest return on our investment, right? So that's pillar number 1. Mike, pillar number 2, you had mentioned it, making offers.
I did, man. It's making offers. So we were talking about our cashoffercontract.com.
Talk about the MAO, which is a big deal.
100%. Yeah, so we do. We go into details about, we didn't talk about cash offer contract in the book. I don't think we put that in there. Oh, we did? Great.
We did. It's in there.
So this book was published 2020. So again, I'm going to call it January. I'll call it 2021. I mean, again, we're literally just launching this right now. So this is brand new. So hopefully we've got all of our stuff updated, and we'll still edit and update, as we see errors. So the second pillar. So first pillar, David mentioned, marketing to motivated sellers. So what do you got to do next? Again, this is getting out of analysis paralysis. This is getting out of your own way. And what do you do to make money? You have to make offers. If you talk to someone on the phone, if Dave and I are talking and Dave says, hey, I got a property I want to sell. And I say, oh, cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm not quite ready yet. Maybe, a couple weeks or whatever. And I say, oh, right on. Well, maybe I'll follow up with you. And I don't make Dave an offer. Guess what? We made no progress.
None. Zero.
Dave just raised his hand and I said, oh, cool. Well,
yeah,
see you later.
literally said I do want to sell. Not today, but some point in the future.
Well,
but I do.
Soon, yeah.
Soon, right. And no offer was made. Boom. Terrible idea.
Yeah. So
you always got to make those offers.
And we always recommend putting them in writing, because then that seller has something to look back at. People keep stuff. You'd be surprised. We send out marketing pieces. Dave and I, to this day, get calls on our personal cell phones from marketing we did, 5, 6, 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
Like
people put it in that little junk drawer, right? They put that postcard there. Or I've even been on appointments, Mike, where our postcard is magnet to the fridge. Like, It's on the refrigerator.
Awesome.
It's really fun walking through the house, seeing your marketing message on somebody else's fridge. And I'll often ask them, when did you get that postcard? And sometimes it's like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Saved it, right?
It's been up there.
It's been up there, right? So
again, marketing to sellers, then you've got to make offers. So again, if you're spending time or money generating those leads to talk to sellers, you've got to make offers. This is the thing that's going to make progress in your business so that you can get deals under contract and then sell them.
That's right.
So you can cash a check, make money. So that's it. I mean, I don't think we need to go too much more.
That's pillar 2.
Into making offers.
And pillar 3, guys, the final pillar.
And this is the secret sauce.
And this is the secret sauce. It's just following up, right? I mean, it's that simple. But these pillars, again, I'm going to reiterate, these are the money-making activities, guys. So, there's lots of other things that you can do. but they might not be money-making activities. These are the top 3 money-making activities that Mike and I have used basically to wholesale like 600 houses, give or take, right? So marketing to sellers is where it starts. It's where it begins. You're going to have a lot of trouble finding a motivated seller if you're not marketing directly to homeowners, right? You know, we bought about 100 houses last year, give or take. The year before was give or take about 100 as well. I think they were both in the 90s. And the amount of deals that we bought off the MLS, like meaning that they were on market, listed houses with an agent or a broker for sale, was like 3 or 4, maybe 5 guys out of 100. So you're talking less than 5% of the deals that we buy in our own market were listed properties on the market. The other 95% were direct to the seller. And the beautiful thing about going direct to the seller is you are able to exchange a bunch of convenience for a discount from those individuals. Now, the thing about real estate agents, you know, I love working with real estate agents if they are able to bring me a pocket listing, or let's say that they just have a listing, but they know that the seller is willing to take a discount. It's great. Love working with agents. However, I don't want to be negative. However, agents are typically selling their services to a homeowner. And what does that service look like? Well, it's, hey, I can get your house listed up on the MLS and we're going to be able to get you retail or close to it, right? So, you know, oftentimes these agents or these brokers that are working directly with sellers, you know, they're kind of promising that they're going to be able to help these people and get them as much money as they can. And that's really why we don't do a whole lot of, or I should say spend a whole lot of time, you know, trying to buy houses off the MLS, because it's kind of counterintuitive, right? We're looking for discounts, guys. The name of this podcast is The Discount Property Investor, right? That's what we do. We buy properties at a discount. And the best way to do it is to go direct to the seller. So that's really the marketing, right? That's where it comes in. Direct to seller is going to give you the best chance of finding somebody that's motivated. And here's another thing. You know, I said it earlier, we trade convenience for a discount. You guys have probably heard me say this before. What does the convenience look like? Well, typically it's cash. Doesn't mean it's our cash. It's rarely our cash, but it is cash. Quick is a big one, because agents don't typically get deals done quick. They may get it sold right away, but then you still have 30 to 45 days typically of contingencies or financing, so on and so forth. And then last but not least, as is. That's the last piece of convenience that we typically provide. Now, there's other things, of course, but those are kind of the main. It's like the 80 to 90% of it, right? Cash, quick, and as is.